And as long as I got my suit and tie, I'ma leave it all on the floor tonight. And it got fixed up to the nines. Let me show you what I got there.
Yeah, because you know I will make it happen. You got that picture. I sent you a picture.
I want to whoop her ass.
You know, and that's so crazy because I'm like, at the end of the day, just show up. Because, you know, I may look real regular and simple when y'all see me in the streets, but I know how to clean up well. And I got a picture I'm going to show y'all from So Def. You know, So Def was going on this past weekend, too. So Def 20th reunion. Oh, shout out to the So Def camp, my girl, Chantel Watkins. Boo! And the whole Jermaine Dupree, the whole So Def camp. I used to love So Def. They definitely. And Lord, I have prayed so hard. And I have been diligent about my prayer for my friend Chris Kelly. And I do understand I did not go to the concert because I was just scared to witness the possibility that something could go wrong. So I did not go. I promise you, everybody kept asking me, like, Lisa, how could you not go? And I was just like, I'm just so scared. I'm just so nervous. Like, I just want things to go well for him. And so I'm glad that things went well. I text Chris at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, how did the show go? He texted me back and said, A1. I said, well, what in the world? I was like, well, I guess he all right.
But he's supposed to have one of the best segments of the
show.
But
I was watching the tweets and nobody ever tweeted anything about Chris Cross or any of that. So I was just like, Lord, please just protect my friend Chris because I just, you know, I just been worried about him and I love him. And so shout out to Chris and So Def Camp. But I got a picture of me. I went to I did go to the party on Friday night that they had at some place. I don't know. Me and my girl Shanti died, so I was doing what I do.
I was booing, girl. I was booing because, you know, me and So Def, we have a history, girl. And we went to court because I was Sophia. But then they came along with So Def, and they was talking about they had the name first. I was like, no, I've been Sophia.
She been Sophia.
But anyway, I just went on and they paid me, so I let them have the name.
Oh. You got your little check. You been getting checks, honey, from some folks.
Well, they ain't had no money back then, so it wasn't really no check. They gave me cash.
We cashing out.
You know, Jermaine, he was a little short back then. He ain't had that much.
He took care of me.
He sure did. Okay. I was about to say, he definitely took care of all the ATL DJs, too. So shout out to my ATL DJs, too, that were holding it down. DJ Nabs, DJ Trauma, DJ Mars, like they came out. So, you know, the whole old ATL crew is almost like a family reunion at the party. But, you know, I just have this issue with people who sit around and wait on this whole celebrity thing. We at the party, you know, we got there at a decent time. It was raining Friday night, and it was at a really nice venue. The DJ was popping, Mars was DJing, so, you know, that was great. And everybody was just sitting around watching the red carpet. And I'm like, since when we don't have fun anymore? Like, you know,
forever.
They were having fun. You know what they were waiting on?
What? Waiting on some
Candy and Tiny.
Boom, but they must be still standing there waiting on that because that wasn't going to happen.
But you know what, Lisa, I was talking about the same thing because I've been in the industry for a long time. And I remember, and I don't care, my age is what it is.
Right. We are right with that.
I was in the industry during the Luther Vandross and Anita Baker, all those people. And they used to have the same kind of function. But you weren't waiting. You got drunk. You got your party on. And when they came, they just fell right into what was going on. And you respected them for what they who they were and what they brought. But it wasn't like the party didn't stop or even began.
Yeah, there's this chase for celebrity. I don't know I don't know if it's social media that brought this about, but people are just waiting on, and then they want to, you know, everybody want to take a picture. I want to get a picture with, you know, every celebrity here so I can say you still don't know them at the end of the day. Like, they don't know you.
But see, back then, when George was talking about Luther and all them, back then, people were just on weed. Now they on these steer hills and Molly's and
we just, you know, it's the end of days. That's all I can attribute it to. It ain't the end of days. It's the end of the end.
But I think now people thinking that they are having fun. But they've taken life and fun out of their lives.
They have.
You know, because I
mean, we got bored. We were bored. Like, okay, like.
Well, why do y'all get up and start
dancing?
Why am I dancing
by myself?
Right.
You know I was. Come on now. I do me. and I'm okay in my own space. And if it ain't nobody there but me,
But see, that's
I'm all right.
You
with
having a
it,
good
you know,
time,
and I
girl. You
own
don't
it.
be knowing when
Right.
ain't nobody else there.
Right.
You be.
They had an open bar, and that was it. And I was like, what else
It's
do
the
I
same
need?
thing even in garnering relationships. I remember
Mm-hmm.
even in the industry, a lot of my industry friends are friends from back in the day. And as my career ended at a certain place, I can't. It's just not a whole lot of friendships that were developed and relationships that were developed because everybody got into their own me,
Right.
I space, and we lost the collective effort.
I agree.
In success.
I agree.
It was a collective effort in success, even from the label standpoint. When the Jack the Rapper and all that was going on, you had a ball. I remember just sitting right next to Frankie Beverly, me and him cocktailing too. And he was Frankie.
And you built relationships
Yeah,
they were valuable relationships, not
superficial.
Yeah, the superficial, and I think that, in the final hour, they made it a point to announce that Jay-Z was going to be there, because Jay-Z at the top of the game right now, so that sold the rest of the tickets. There were still tickets, available, like, that I got from somebody I know that works at the radio station earlier that week. There was still like a lot of tickets to that show. Oh, they needed to bring
they had to pull out a card.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess that's, it was fine for them to do that at the end of the day to sell a ticket. But the tickets I heard were quite pricey too. But, and I was like, at the end of the day, we don't have fun anymore. Like, what happened to us just having a good time? And speaking of having a good time, when I went to Houston, All-Star, I come to realize, and like I said, I hadn't been in Houston in about 12 years was the last time that I was there. And so, baby, I was there with one of my girlfriends that lives in Houston, and her name is Colleen. And Colleen is from L.A. So, I'm at Colleen's house. She has a beautiful home, and her beautiful daughters. She has 2 daughters, and they all, everybody got hair, their own hair. And I walk out, and we go out that night. So Kenny Smith had a welcome to or kickoff party for the NBA All-Star Weekend, and I saw more hair weave than I have ever seen in my life. And I'm like, this is the hair weave capital. Like, it's the hair weave capital. Like, she was the only person that I saw in Houston, besides myself and one other friend, that wore their own hair. I promise you. Every single person in Houston, and they were like, oh no, it's a prerequisite. Like, in order to live in Houston, you have to get a weave. You have to have a weave. And I was like, okay, like,
it's a wrap for me.
That's where Sophia from.
You from Houston?
You see, I represent
Bay to the bay.
Go off with it.
Let me tell you something. If you want to get rich, get your trunk full of some weave.
Well, you didn't see my mama.
It's not the Atlanta weave.
You didn't see my mom and my sisters because they wear their own hair.
Oh, they must be. They must be from the old school on the outskirts somewhere, baby. Because Houston.
They're not about an Astrodome.
Okay, I'm gonna add them to my list of women who don't. Because I promise you, I had never seen anything, and it's not quality weave. I can't say about my girls in Atlanta that wear the 40 inches down, baby. They got some Brazilian, Malaysian, and I got a video clip from the Bonner Brothers show that I'm gonna play earlier of somebody, if y'all looking for some closures and some hair weave, that were at the Bonner Brothers selling some weave. But baby, the cheap, shiny, synthetic weave, I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was almost like I was living a dream. It was a weave dream.
Girl, that's here.
I was living a weave dream. No, baby, no.
You been on Simpson Road.
But see, the one thing I can say about the Atlanta girls is that they do at least have quality weave.
Have you been on Simpson Road?
I don't go on Simpson Road.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. You ain't got to go out
in my neighborhood.
Just go to Simpson Road.
Baby, I said, okay, congratulations. When I get ready to do my hoodie awards, the Lisa Pope hoodie awards, the Weave Awards, Houston, so far has they definitely holding it down with the hair weave. So give it up to Houston and all my girls in Houston who are hair follicle deprived, because y'all are some weave queens. I can't even help you. Like, it was unbelievable to me. Young girls in bad weaves, old women in bad wigs. Oh my goodness, is what Roy said. You might be right, yeah, and it's unfortunate, but baby, Houston, I don't know if they doing it to protect their head from the heat. I don't know what the objective is in Houston with that hair weave, because baby, they had to shut down the Galleria Mall. Okay,
that made you mad.
What? I was walking around there wanting to just do an intervention. I was about to set up a pop-up shop and do an intervention right on the side of the street. Just
that's what they do in Africa.
Pull off the I-45, baby, and just do a pop-up. I was about to do a pop-up on the I-45, honey. Just y'all meet me over here, okay? Just an advisor. It was terrible. It was terrible, and it was. I had some friends that were staying at a hotel over near the Galleria. So I get him news, if you at the Galleria, so Steve Smith never made it to the party on Friday night. So we had his Thursday night. So we had this, at the party, and they done ate his cake and everything, and he ain't never make it. And I'm like, Kenny Smith. I keep saying Steve, not Steve Smith. Kenny Smith. I'm sorry. So I'm there, and the Galleria. Now, that right there was modest. It was wall to wall people, and not one person in a store spending $1.
Like at Lennox.
Shut it down, baby. And wasn't nobody spending no money. They said, oh, no, y'all got to go. They shut it down and put everybody out. Everybody got. Of course not, because y'all there looking. They on the star. Yeah, they on a star search. And I'm like, y'all have given new meaning to star search, because it is unbelievable. It's such a sensation. It's still boggling my mind to understand, like, what the whole thing is. And so.
Like extreme people watching.
It ain't people watching. You are looking for select. Yeah, this is crazy. This was the Galleria Mall, people. They had to shut the mall down.
Ice skating. They didn't go ice skating.
Anything that was gonna cost some money, no, it was free to walk in the mall. It cost them.
Anything that was free. Right?
Anything that was free. This was free. This was like the free Freaknik or something. I don't know. But, first of all, I didn't go because I went to the Goodwill. I did go to the Goodwill while I was in Houston, because that's what I do, okay? And anybody that know me know that I love that H&M dress that Sophia was talking about on her show earlier, because that's what I do, okay? I'm the fabulous
Helen Hunt.
Yes, Helen Hunt is, me and her became friends as a result of her and H&M dress, because I'm cool with her now.
She the new Sharon Stone.
Yeah. She can have that. And baby, but Houston, so we go, I had a great time. And I met some wonderful people. They had a day party at the bowling alley. And, I don't think they were ready for all the African Americans that convened on the city and just turned, the nice little city of Houston into a Freaknik, a mobile Freaknik. And so they had to shut down the mall. And then, the event that was at 300, it was a very nice event. Yeah, see, it was just too much. Because everybody want to be seen. And in order to be seen, he told me that's
here. That's my girl, Quita.
I was about to say, she got her 40 inches almost, so it could be. Lord have mercy.
It. That's Quita and Beyonce.
Yeah, and we do not endorse the bad weave on the left, her weave on the right. It's just too much.
I don't think so.
That's a bad haircut.
It's just a bad everything. It's just terrible. But, everybody in Houston just wanted to be seen. Nobody was really participating in, and I love basketball. So, for me, it was about the events. So the party at 300, which is a bowling alley, was hosted by Lala Anthony and Fabulous. And so, everybody just sat and waited on the red carpet till they came in. And I'm like, really? Like, why don't we enjoy ourselves? Like, what's the point? So I did run into my girl, Tiffany. So shout out to my girl, Tiffany, who is married to the game. And everybody know her from that reality show, Married to the Game. And people can just be so mean-spirited. I follow her on Instagram, and on her Instagram, there was a picture of she and what's the one who's married, got head bust open by the boy that she married, Eva Longoria, not Longoria, Evelyn Longoria.
Oh.
So there was a picture of Tiffany and the two of them, and people were so mean-spirited talking about Tiffany and how old she looked, and it was just a bad picture. Tiffany's a beautiful girl, and black don't crack, but the darker the skin, baby. Stay together, baby. I was gonna say, honey, we stay together. We stay together. Them pores and all our, the darker the bear, the sweeter the juice. It's true. So, the shout out to my girl Tiffany, but I hadn't seen Tiffany in quite some time. We got some so deaf history together at Jermaine Dupree. A party at his house with me and Tiffany. So people can just be so mean-spirited. So that made me think about the cyberbully accusation that we were facing.
What they say?
They were saying I was being mean to the girls who had the makeovers. We showed the makeovers on the show, and I was being mean and, you know, and I'm like, you know, unfortunately, like we say what we think, and, you know, sometimes it, you know, the intention is not that, but sometimes things come off that way. So shout out to Tiffany. No, you do not look old and raggedy, but people were very mean. Oh, they were very mean on her Instagram, and I almost cried. That's why I don't read stuff. I don't read blogs. I don't read comments about pictures. I don't even participate in that that whole situation.
How old is Tiffany?
Tiffany and I are around the same age. Like, she may be a little younger than I.
Oh, really? And she look older than you? Well, y'all right. She look younger than you. And she
the game might have done drove her crazy.
If she younger than you and she look older than you, then I'm gonna have to go on agree with.
But she married to the game, okay? She married to the game.
Oh, well, that life
might, you know,
being married to the game, you know, will age.
So I'm just gonna say that maybe that, but that's my girl and she's beautiful. So
she should have married Keith Sweat.
No, she is pretty.
She is. It was just a bad picture of her, and I think Evelyn, you know, might be doing some other stuff to keep herself high and tight. You know what I'm saying?
Evelyn isn't that old either.
Evelyn,
but she looked
with Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah, Ochocinco. That's what I was talking about. They got a head bust open by the boy. Yeah, Chad had, you know. So, you know, and shout out to my girl Tiffany. I love Tiffany.
Do you think Evelyn doing something extra?
You think Evelyn got some work?
It ain't her makeup line. Huh? It ain't her makeup line that's keeping her.
If we're comparing Tiffany to Evelyn, those two are not the same age. Let's be
really?
clear about them. No,
I don't know. I don't know that
Evelyn is younger than Tiffany.
Well, Evelyn don't look younger than Tiffany.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
Let's
well,
call Tiffany and get her on the phone.
Yeah, let me
call Evelyn too.
Evelyn, I don't really have a fondness for her like that. So I don't know her. No, I don't. And so, you know.
Now, see, this is what I'm saying. Now, we have established this today. Tiffany is younger than you, but she looks older than you. Evelyn is younger than Tiffany, but she looks older than Tiffany.
Oh, it's a problem. It's a problem. They were just so, and we're not going to be mean on this show because that's my girl.
You're
and
not
so
going to be mean.
You know, I think that's Evelyn in less makeup than she had on this picture that I saw with she and Tiffany, actually. And so, you know, I think that, you know, over time, we have to take care of ourselves. And we, you know, I'm excited about this show because that is what we're going to focus and talk about on this show, how to take good care of ourselves so that when we are aging out, you don't know, and you won't be able to tell how old we are. I'm going to do a guesstimate. How old y'all think? I already told y'all how old I was. I can't even play my guesstimate. I like playing the guess game. When I go to Tuskegee on campus, I'm like, how do y'all think I am? They're like, you a sophomore? I'm like, I like him. I like her. No.
So what you saying is you gonna start giving people tips and pointers on your show where they can, you know, preserve themselves and look like Shirley Bassett looked last night.
Shirley Bassett last night.
Yes.
Was fun. And you know who else I thought from last night? Let's talk about the Oscars, Ruth, since we'll talk about last night. Charlize Theron, baby. Oh. Woo! She did it for me. That new haircut is so hot. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Do y'all make sure you check out that show that I did called the proper hair shaping for you? I mean the proper hair shaping for your facial shape. And we talked about, you know, what is necessary and what is the right haircut for you. Don't be afraid to cut that hair. And I did some, you know, she was in my Beautiful Women segment when I talked about women that had good hair shaping. And that bob that she had prior to this, but this right here is absolutely beautiful. You got that picture of Charlize that I sent to you? Yeah, Charlize Theron, she did that, and whoever her stylist is, she owned it. And I hope that she ain't cut all her hair off because she don't.
She's that type of woman to me that can do anything.
But any woman can do anything. You have to own it, and I think that has a lot to do with the stylist. And we're gonna talk about that when I talk about the Bonner Brothers show.
Stop, Lisa.
Yes. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna have to go in on the. Yes, they can, but you have to
women
own
with
it.
Short hair.
That's what I'm saying. The short hair may not be for you.
But any woman can do anything. Then.
But I'm saying that if the baby,
she
look
did
at this
that.
girl. Look at this.
That right
Please give it up for her.
And vintage Dior.
Yes, baby. Because she probably pulled that out of the closet. Like, I can just wear this dress I wore.
Oh, no. She didn't pull it out of the closet. They designed that especially for her for that event.
But whatever. She could have went in her closet and pulled out something and been bad because ain't nobody see nothing but that hair. Because it was absolutely beautiful. And I just, you know, I want to encourage women to not be afraid of hair shaping.
Would go in on what's the other girl, who won last night, who cut her hair for Les Miserables?
Anne
Hathaway. I love Anne Hathaway's hair. What do you mean? Who was saying something bad about Anne Hathaway?
They were talking about Anne's breasts. Her nipples. They said
Now that dress needed some undergarments.
Not last night. It by then it had been accepted.
Oh, the pixie cut, the shorter pixie cut.
Yeah, when she first cut her hair, people were
you know why? Because she doesn't.
I don't keep up.
But she doesn't have the same attitude and ownership of her look as Charlize does.
With anything that she wears,
because she owns it.
She just walks.
She carries.
She owns it.
And don't swell your hair, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk into a room,
mm-hmm.
whether you have on a sweatshirt or I've seen you dressed. You walk into a room. So it never matters to me what you're going to have on because I know you're going to own it. That's what I get from her. It's
what, that she don't own it?
But she looks unsure.
You know why? And did you watch Dreamgirls? Did y'all watch Dreamgirls? Because they played it again this weekend. Yeah. And that segment when Jamie Foxx's character said to Beyonce's character, the reason I chose your voice is because you don't have no personality. And I could have made you into what I wanted to. That's what I think is happening with look and people like this. Mm-hmm. That just are blank canvases. She doesn't have a personality in and of itself. So whatever they put on her can kind of mold her into it. And I think that has its good and bad things because she doesn't own it. It's just kind of like, this is okay.
And also, I think with Anne Hathaway, I think the reason she cut her hair is to reinvent herself so people can see her other than the roles that they have been offering her.
Right. But she doesn't have the personality to own it.
Like Charlize, no.
But she walks into a room and, she's like, I gotta walk in.
But even Anne say, when you listen to Anne,
she's very docile.
She say, I'm very plain. She say, I'm so plain. She say, it's not, I'm just plain.
She's a blank canvas. Her personality is a blank canvas. Canvas, her hair, her face, everything is just a blank canvas. And it makes it easy for somebody to play with, but she doesn't own it after she did. And I think that has a lot to do with her stylist. Let me tell you something. When you come in to my salon space or my stylist space, if I'm styling you and dressing you, there is something that is necessary for me to convey when I finish with you. And I want you to own it. So that means if there's no confidence that I bestow upon you when this process is going on, I know that I can feel it. I can feel when you're not owning it.
Then how much of the person's, mind, body, and soul do you
Well, you know how much I engage with people.
Yeah.
I engage with people probably beyond the average. And the relationship that I have with people that I, style, be it hair, makeup, or fashion styling, I know them inside and out. And so I take that into consideration. I had a conversation with somebody about June Ambrose. And, and I respect her for her craft because she's very creative. But her ability to convey a person's personality in her styling, I don't think is there. And so when I saw her do things like dress the brat as a girly girl, I'm like, are you serious? For real. Like, at what point are you marrying her person and your talent? The world's never even introduced themselves. The thing that she tried to do was to make everybody their alter ego or some opposing personality, which I don't think is fair to your clients, and I don't think that it does your services any justice. So for me, I'm like, I respect June Ambrose, and I think she's a fabulous and flamboyant stylist, but to try to make, to put Brat in some 7-inch heels was ridiculous to me. And, for that moment in that shoot, it was like, her going into a different place. Like, that is not characteristic of her personality at all. She's a tomboy, rugged, and as a great stylist, you should be able to give her a look that also complements her personality. And that requires you to get to know a person. It requires you to, have that openness and that willingness to share in a way that you can, these girly girl, this is probably even a little more appropriate than what June Ambrose did for her in the look that she did. I didn't
know that was her.
You didn't know this was her? But wait till you see the look that June Ambrose did. I don't know if Herb can pull it up, but the look that she did
was very doctored up and very high makeup.
And you were like, really? Like you making her into June Ambrose. I don't make my clients into Lisa Popes. I want you to be Joyce Littell, and I want you to own this new. When you come in, I do spend time, cleansing a canvas. That means wiping, the things that you're so used to that you just, so just attached to, it's important to kind of dispel those things. Okay, you might be used to this look, and you know that was the look that she did for her, and I don't see Brat nowhere in this. You know, the kilt is, you know, and I'm like, ugh. It was very hard for me to agree with, you know, some of the things as a stylist that she did. And so it was
leather pants.
But what was Brat?
Huh?
Why Brat didn't say nothing?
She did. You didn't see it. Brat showed out on the set and was like, I'm not putting on this crap. Because June Ambrose talked her into it. She manipulated her into, you know, just go with it. I'm telling you, it's going to come out well. And like, if you got to convince somebody of something instead of, you know, allowing them to understand that they can own this. Like, really, this is like, you know, this is appropriate for your body type. This is not, I want you to look different than you ever looked before. And that's kind of what June Ambrose, you know, sells her.
So, in other words, when June forced Brat to wear this look, wasn't no bottles around.
For her to bust her in her head with. Exactly. She did show out now. And Trina showed out, too, on the little June Ambrose show. You know, they was like, look here, we don't know who you trying to be, but this ain't me, you know. But you're right. And I feel like as a stylist, as a beauty person, that it's important for you to make sure that, you know, sometimes you have to wean people into looks. You know what I'm saying? If you want me, if I want you to go to this extreme, I can't put it on you today because it's going to be hard for me to convince you to own this look. But what I can do is say, well, let's graduate. Let's take your hair, you know, let's take 2 or 3 inches off. And then eventually when you're comfortable with 2 or 3 inches off, you'll be more comfortable, you know, going shorter and shorter. And sometimes people can't go from, you know, here to here and be able to own that. You know, it's a shocking thing. And so you got to, you know, have a talent for being able to introduce new things to people too, and I think it's a craft, and everybody don't have it, you know. And I appreciate Joyce's flattering me because I do own it, you know, and that's something that I learned.
But you can tell it, and it might not appear today, but I have been told that too.
Right.
When I do dress, and I can dress, I just choose not to most of the time.
Right.
But when I do dress, I've often been told you walk into a room and you walk
own
into a
it.
room with some form of confidence.
Right.
In that I've put on what I know best represents
and you're comfortable.
Right.
me, and you're comfortable with it.
Right.
But in some people, it's just whatever they do. You know?
Yeah. And here's another thing,
because it's there.
Yeah.
You know.
Here's another thing, and let me tell you how I acquired that confidence that I had. Okay, so somebody posted on my Facebook page. If y'all go to my Facebook page and pick on me, I'm gonna be mad about it because I promise you, I was a size 0 and they were baggy. So one of my girlfriends from 5th grade or 6th grade posted this picture of me at the next to the school bus, baby. And if the wind would have blew, I would. You saw my picture.
Off of there.
But that was me, and that was the me that was, you know, this little skinny little girl who was, you know, uneventful otherwise. So I became, you know, I always had a knack for fashion. So I had to compensate for not being a girl who was, you know, that, you know, I wasn't endowed with anything. So for me, I had to like find my place. I'm like, everybody else got their place. I had to find, and then I was a tomboy. It was me and my brothers. So I always had to kind of, you know, dig out my space. So as I developed and as I grew, I never developed into this womanly woman that everybody else was developing into. I just was like getting taller and that was it. So for me, fashion became my thing. And so everything that I wore, I had to own because that was my presentation. That became that thing that kept you from looking, honey, is she 2 pounds, you know, like, or having that look. And so early on, I developed that confidence. And my mom, you know, she allowed me to play in her closet and I would dress her and do all kind of stuff. And so it became a knack that I had. And then I started to hone in on those skills. And it was important for me to kind of know what's appropriate, what's inappropriate. And so everybody, you know, started to favor that in me and they came to me for that.
And then particularly when you're doing a show like this, it has to have some believability.
Right.
It's like I believe in what you say.
Right.
Because I see it.
Right.
And I've experienced it. So, but if you come in looking all shabby and crazy, you be like, she what?
Right. You're going to have to convince me of what you do. You got to say, yeah.
You got to convince
and I believe that you shouldn't have to sell yourself all the time. Because then you are constantly in a frame of mind and in a position that you have to oversell. Oh, her, I'm gonna get you.
Do it.
Babe, to the baby. That was me. And look at Dwayne Layson on the right hand side of the screen. Baby, if the bus would have pulled off, I'd have been sucked under the bus. Under the bus.
But Lisa, don't you?
But do
think
you see the
that
attitude? Attitude. That was 6th grade at AC Griggs, baby. AC Griggs. They bust us all the way to the inner city, honey, to go to school. They made us go down to the inner city, honey. I had to come ready to fight and cute at the same darn time. Cause Aretha tried to fight me, honey. I remember Aretha. Old black, Aretha Young, honey, tried to fight me when I was in the 6th grade, honey. She was bullying me, had me scared and throwing up and stuff. I didn't want to come to school, honey. I had to learn how to fight because I was gonna beat Aretha up, honey. But baby, that was skinny Lisa right there. They thought I couldn't fight, honey, but they didn't know I had 2 brothers at home. I would fight them, honey. That was me. And Dwayne Layson over there on the right-hand side, honey, used to harass me so bad. Oh, Lord, they used to pick on me so bad. So, bullying can be taken and you could become really great as a result of bullying. Because did you get the picture I sent you of me the other night, though, at the red carpet, me and Shanti Dawes? I just sent it to your email, I think. Let me see. Wait till y'all see me now. Look at me now. I ain't 2 pounds heavier than I was, but boo, I own whatever I can, So that became my little thing, honey. I was little Miss Thing, honey. That probably was my jacket to go with my my Sunday go to meeting dress or something. I done put on my jeans and had my purse. Honey, that is AC Griggs.
Not a one book.
What? They ain't need no books. Books ain't for school. Books was not for school. That's the same school I had. Remember I told y'all I had bullied that girl at school? Diane. I used to bully Diane. And that same little old skinny girl bullying somebody and getting bullied at the same darn time, honey. It was terrible. Yes, honey. So, I had to own it. And that became, my outlet. It became my outlet. So now I'm all that. I grew into my personality.
People are making fashion and looks their outlets without being knowledgeable of
absolutely. You know why? Because they look at images, like we were talking about the red carpet and we were talking about the Oscars. They look at these things and say, oh, I'm gonna dress like that, or I'm gonna put that on, and I'm like, that's not appropriate for you.
But is that an outlet, or is it just I'm copying, I'm biting your style?
Yeah, but you biting the style. Why?
But that's not your outlet. You just want to look like somebody.
No, but you biting the style because you feel like if they like her in it, they don't like me in it. That's usually because of this whole situation with these leggings. Let me tell y'all something. If I see one more inappropriately shaped, inappropriately body size woman with some leggings on, y'all gonna be like Lisa in jail. No more trade secrets with Lisa Poker. She locked up. Okay.
Since you brought that up, did you not see the lady that won the Oscar last night that had on some pink leggings?
No, I didn't, because I didn't watch it. Only you was watching the whole thing.
Baby, it was a lady won last night. It was 2 ladies. I forget what category. I think it was sound mixing or something.
Yeah.
Baby, she had
didn't
on
even
some
care.
pink leggings, and they were sitting up in the balcony because when they won, they showed them sitting up there. They had to come down. So somebody wrote on Twitter, did she just have on some hot pink leggings? I said, yes. That's why they had her sitting up in the balcony. But it reminded me of what was on the Grammys, and Jay-Z said, I want to give a shout out to the swap meet that Dream got his outfit from, because there are some people that just don't know.
And my sister just said on the chat line, she said, I just was trying to explain to someone the other day the difference between leggings and tights. Tights you can see through. They opaque, and you can, leggings are thick, or more of a pant. First of all, big girls, and one of my big friends right here next to me, but baby, you ain't about to be in no leggings rolling with me with the booty showing, because you already know I will call you out, so whatever. Like, you already know I'm your true blue friend. We done had to. Them tights, those ain't leggings. Those are tights. And she looked like Betsy Johnson. This is Betsy Johnson look, and Betsy Johnson might have dressed her for the Oscars. When they asked her on the red carpet, she gonna say her look is by Betsy Johnson.
And their speech was very like they just came off the set of Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo.
I want to thank you, Sean. Thank you, Lena.
Lord.
All right, you got it, buddy. Thank you, Paula.
Somebody said if you go down on Simpson Road, you're gonna see some leggings and some tights.
Their stock has gone up, so they're gonna get more opportunities.
Absolutely, but that hair and the whole thing is just wrong.
They look like they
have been doing this for years. They just won last night. They have been nominated. Now they were saying,
because the one on the left, I don't know what that moo is she got on either. But I mean, They weren't expecting to be on stage.
But since you said no,
See, sometimes you
but
come
since
places
said-
you don't
but since
expect
you
to be
brought it
seen.
up, you was talking about, the stylists. Like a lot of these people have style. The stylists don't know what they're doing.
Exactly,
So
because
it's
I
just
told
like-
you last week.
Everybody-
I mean, not last week,
stylist.
but the week before. The difference between a designer and a stylist is a big difference because you don't see designers dressing people. They do not dress people. Stylists do that.
But
And I
it's
think
just
as a
like-
stylist, you need to understand the difference. And as a true blue stylist knows how to sew.
But
But
then it's just like they interviewed Jennifer Hudson's stylist last night, and then he was talking about Jennifer Hudson was so set on wearing this particular outfit for one event, and he was like, "That's not the outfit for you. That's not that." He said, but she was so gun ho on wearing this outfit, so it's just like
he couldn't fight against it. But you know why? Because he don't own it.
But see, the
You
thing
got to own it to
is,
sell it.
but it's
Baby,
just
let me
like,
tell you something. I would have walked up on her that night and convinced her to wear something else. Like, I got that level of mind control. I'm just kidding.
But see, this the thing. But the thing is, but
Jedi
I feel
mind
like
trick.
as the
No,
stylist,
but really as a stylist,
you have the outfits. You have these 9-10 outfits.
But you
and
have
blah,
to
blah, blah.
pick out something that you know, one, your client is going to like and appreciate. You can't just say, oh, I think she going to look good in this, because that's your interpretation. But as a stylist, you have to say, I know that my artist or my whoever will actually love this look. So let me, like, this is what I know. I know you love blue, in order to sell, like, you got to sell it.
But then I'm thinking, my thing is, as the stylist, you see stuff on a hanger, and you say, this may work, this may not work. The only way I know it works is I have to see her try it on. And when she try it on,
Now, as a stylist,
just
you
like,
don't even have to see him try it. Let me tell you something. I can look at something, and I can
But if
tell
that's
you
the case,
whether
then-
that's going to fit or not.
If that's the case, then that outfit should have never been brought to Jennifer Hudson for her to try it
Exactly.
on.
That's we just
But
said
then
that
when
the
you get
stylists
to that
ain't really
point,
know what they
when you get
doing.
to that point where this person is just like, no, I want to wear this, I want to wear this.
Because she
How
want to
do
be
you convince
Beyonce.
them that, look, I know you want to wear this,
She
but
want
I'm
to be
the
Beyonce
stylist,
since Dream
and this
Girls
is my
or whatever.
reputation that's on the
So
line.
it ain't no, if it ain't a Beyonce dress, then Jennifer wasn't gonna wear it anyway. She want to be Beyonce, so we ain't even gonna talk about that. She been wanting to be Beyonce since
Dream Girl.
since Dreamgirls.
No, I'm gonna have to defend my sister.
No, you're
no,
not.
She has not. No, she has not. I think the thing with Jennifer Hudson is losing the weight. Cause Jennifer
she
Hudson,
wanna be. Cause she wanna be.
No.
Beyonce.
She wanted to be a girl that could purchase stuff off a rack. That's what
I
she
purchase
said.
stuff off a rack all the time for girls that are not Beyonce size.
No, but her thing was when she lost the weight because she had been
she wanted to be
overweight her whole
Beyonce.
life.
All right, we're gonna
She had
talk
been
about. Let me
overweight
talk
her
about the
whole
Bonner
life.
Brothers before I run out of time today, because I did promise my
Oh no,
friends.
we got all the time in the world.
Talk
Time is on our
about
side.
the Bonner Brothers, baby. First of all, Bonner Brothers. We're gonna do an intervention on Bonner Brothers too. We're gonna get some picket signs in the Midsummer show, which is in August. Y'all gonna see me
Shot.
heading to picket.
You gonna get shot.
We gonna block the street off.
You gonna get shot out there mess with
And
the
I'm gonna
people
make all
around.
my signs out of some hair weave. All my signs gonna be made out of hair weave.
gonna wear it.
It's gonna be purple, blue, green, all color hair weave.
But see
Okay.
that, you're gonna have to purchase that hair weave, and
Because
then you're gonna help the
at
sales
Bonner
go
Brothers,
up.
all I got to say is they had only one vendor at the whole Bonner Brothers show.
One vendor.
Yeah, I was shocked. Bonner Brothers, Barry Fletcher Products was there, of course, because that's who we rep, and we did a great. We were the only, I think, hair product company that I remember seeing that was a full line of hair products. But baby, they only had one other vendor.
Which was?
The hair weave, baby. My boy Glenn Jackson, honey, done did his thing. Honey. He done strong-jayed out there in about 1,800 outfits because he changed every 4 minutes and came back out on stage, and they was giving away $1,000 packs of weave, baby. Giving them away, honey. They was doing the giveaways. You couldn't hear because all you heard was screaming because you had to scream real loud in order to get the giveaways. And they were giving away. They done gave away at least $18,000 worth of hair weave at the Bonner Brothers show, and I seen all of it at So Deaf Weekend. All of it was in my So Deaf Weekend. I said, Lord have mercy. These hair weave companies have gone run amok. I tell you the truth. I didn't even bother to interview or do anything with them. I sent some clips, and I am going to we're going to post some of the clips that I interviews that I did at the Bonner Brothers show. We'll post them on the YouTube page following this show, because I ain't going to talk about all of them, but it was some interesting things. But
So
one
what do you
thing that I
think-
did
What do you
see
think is missing? I mean,
from the Bonner Brothers show, hair, real hair, follicles.
Not the
Somebody sent me
blood of it.
my friend Tremaine Green's mother posted something on my page the other day that said a black woman could get away with murder because if they come to the crime scene and take a hair sample, they're gonna trace it back to a Brazilian chick. They gonna trace the hair back to a Brazilian chick because ain't no black girl got no. I said that was funny, but that was true. And I promise you, if we can just get some hair back in the hair show. And not some weave in the, we might be on to something. I mean, the vendors that were there, honestly, it was more than one vendor, but that one vendor's stage was so big, it was the whole Bronner and the brothers. They're Glenn, and they do big and fabulous things, and so that's what they did. And baby, it was very interesting. There wasn't nobody buying anything. Nobody was buying any products or any. What? Cause ain't nobody. Well, bam. When I saw this right here. I said she a skunk, and I couldn't even show the other side because her boobs were on display, and I couldn't even see the hair. But she had her earrings matching her hair. Let's see, what other pictures did I have? What else? So you see in the background, all that was on stage being demoed is weave hanging off the chair in the back, all off the baskets, just weave everywhere. We just was swimming. I was back doing the backstroke and some hair weave, and then I ran into one of my a vendor that I actually thought was a really good vendor at the Bonner Brothers show, and the name of their company is called the Antique Barber. And I was like, well, what in the world is the Antique Barber? Like, what is this? And so the Antique Barber actually was they've gone back to the old school in the barbershop. And they've gone back to the the shaving cream where everybody that came into the barbershop, you had your own cup with your stuff in it, and I thought that was hot. I could appreciate them doing that. They had a small booth. They was from New York, baby, but he had a cape on. Do you see? You have that one little clip? I don't know if I sent it to you. Let me see. Baby, because they was doing it. This was at the barber, baby. This was the barber. He probably won the competition with that. And looked at that in the back.
Look at that is behind.
This was it. Throughout the whole show, this all you see all day long was
somebody
just
sitting in the chair. Look,
baby. It was when I say it was.
Well, what happened, Lisa? I mean, what happened? What?
Bonner Brothers and sold. They sold. That's what happened. And the price was cheap. It was for a pack of $1,000 hat weave, honey. They was giving away on Glenn Jackson was giving away on the doggone stage. It is really sad to me to see that this show has kind of evolved into this. And I don't know if the stylists who do this are doing this to display their, creativity. And, there was a period of time that this was only seen during the competition. Mm-hmm. When you were doing fantasy and we were doing avant-garde, and they don't even have avant-garde anymore as a category because everything is fantasy. And they don't even know how to instruct or how to even give the guidelines for avant-garde look and something that's, elegant and fabulous. It's just... it was just gone wild, and I was just there, like feeling like a fish out of water because we do hair where I'm from, and we have a respect for this industry, and I can't imagine what you could purchase except some glue and the weave in order to be able to execute this.
And the needle.
You don't even need a needle. They ain't got. What are you gonna sew it onto? I mean, it's just.
Is that drawn on his face or is that here?
No, honey, that is clipper. They done cut that with the T outliners, honey, and carved that in the side of his face, honey. But the rest of that is a quick weave. All that hair, the sides above his ear is all a quick weave. It's all a quick weave, honey, and it's just a shame. And I don't know if
girl, you're gonna have to start your own hair show.
Exactly, but unfortunately, the natural hair show done taken over. Got more viewership, got more people. And this right here, Lord. When I saw that, I was like, where you going to go? Because if you come in Kroger, they might arrest you.
Mm-hmm. They be in Kroger's like that all the time.
I'm done. And I don't know if this is you displaying your creativity. This is the bag. Because it was a bob. It was a bob, and it turned into a bob.
This is black punk rock, girl.
So the bow is hair.
Yes.
What is
that they done made it to.
Like a steampunk look.
Look, where you gonna go? Where do you go with this look?
To the club.
Somebody said she works at Publix. I'm done.
She going to the club or to an audition. She gonna audition for Annie.
Oh no, Annie role already been given out to somebody.
She don't know that.
And Jay-Z and Will Smith are doing the new Annie. I took my daughter to see Annie.
The 9-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Got given the part.
What's her name?
Her.
What's her name?
I don't know, honey. I ain't never been able to spell that little girl
It's
to
a cute.
pronounce
It's a
it.
whole bunch of consonants and vowels.
First of all,
Quintavia.
What?
is she African American?
Is it Quintavia?
And her daddy's
It's not
name is
no
like.
Quintavia.
Yeah, it's
I
like
just know it starts
Quinn
with a
something.
Q.
Quinn.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
16 letters.
Call her QB, honey. Something. I don't know. That's why you can't be naming your kids all these extravagant names,
And they
because then
have
people
like
will have
a-
to do an interview and might have to say it. They're going to chew them names up,
My
honey.
mom got a regular name though, like
Like
Debbie
Tiffany?
or something like that. It's like real common.
No, my mama named us real simple names. Lisa, Carl, Mike, and Tiffany. She wasn't going to get us confused with nothing but the little white kids up the street. But Bubba was the little boy that lived up the street, so, you know, Bubba. That Bubba was my brother's best friend.
Oh, Bubba Knight.
Bubba. His name was Bubba Lively.
Oh.
Well, his name really wasn't Bubba, but Marvin Lively was his name, but we used to call him Bubba. But the Bonner Brothers show, yeah, it was definitely
chain.
what? It was, oh Lord, have mercy. I was there and it was just, you know, you had and nobody attends the shows anymore. So Bonner Brothers, I don't know if you don't get it that your ticket sales are plummeting because nobody is coming. You know, you got the students that y'all done tricked because they don't know no better. They don't have no idea what they coming to get into anyway. So the students show up and they just thought that they went to the Universal Circus. And I'm like, no, this ain't the Universal Circus. This is the Bonner Brothers show. And they was confused, you know. They done went home and they posting their pictures from the Universal Circus. I'm like, no, that was Bonner Brothers. Because they don't know no difference.
I saw all them pictures they done posted all the housewives over there, even Derrick J and all of us over there.
Oh, Derek was on stage.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
I
and Michelle Obama, you know, her stylist is now a celebrity. So he was there signing autographs and stuff because, you know, that's all we want to do is see some celebrities. So
Also, Wendy Williams' stylist, Morel, he got some award.
she got a stylist?
Yeah.
What does that mean? You take credit for that? See, some
Wendy
stuff I
Williams.
do that I don't even take credit for. I'll be like, don't
Her
even tell
makeup
nobody.
artist,
that I
I'm
do.
sorry, her
Oh, the makeup
artist,
artist.
Morel.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, now, I don't want
But she-
nobody to get credit for that hair that she do.
Her hair.
The wigs.
The wig.
You know, I just don't want nobody
She
to
tell
do.
you in a minute she sold her own wigs.
And that makes sense. It's obvious. Yeah, see. Why would we do that to some beautiful little child? But this is a part of what we were seeing at the
Girl,
Bonner
you
Brothers
don't
show.
like that?
And
That
you
is
know,
pretty.
It's pretty what?
She represent Africa.
Who are they losing?
they're losing all of the people, all of the fundamental hair salons.
Oh.
But you know, unfortunately, if you ride around, you really don't even see the hair salons anymore. You don't see, you know, real hair salons. You see weave shops, the $50 weave shop, the $2 weave shop, and you know, and the braid shops. But you really don't see hair salons, you know, and they're not.
It costs too much to take care of your own hair.
Yeah,
it's cheaper to buy the hair in the bag.
huh?
That's just like with healthy food. It's cheaper to buy the unhealthy food.
Right. It's cheaper to go to Wayfield than to go to
Get your
Whole
can
Foods.
of chili as opposed to trying to go get all that stuff that's organic. No, ma'am. Damn organic banana is $17.
Yeah.
Just give me the regular.
And you gonna die from the organic anyway. Cause they ain't right, and they ain't
Ooh,
right.
that is pretty. Lisa
You
be
know?
hating on y'all. I love y'all hair
Where you
weaves.
gonna go though? And
Ooh,
see, this was
you Lisa, don't tell me you don't like
no.
that.
And what I can say is this was not, one of the everyday looks. This was something that was done for one of the competitions. This is one
But
of the competition looks.
I saw her at what you call it like that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I see her. She was at Gladys Chicken and Waffles.
At Gladys Night Chicken and Waffles, and the bird done nested up in the top of her head. And,
The only time you need to
He
see
got.
that.
yeah, and you appreciate it when you see it in competition form and you see them
How
be that
creative
creative.
can you be?
And you know, part of the competition is you have to have at least a third of the head showing.
Listen.
I don't
the
even know if
only-
a third of her hair is showing. Well, maybe so if you see
They
the
are
back
just
of
doing
it.
the same thing that they do at the Rose Bowl parade when they do all these beautiful floats with flowers. They just showing you
Yeah,
what you
and
can do with hair.
And that's acceptable and fine for that
little
space,
space, yeah.
for that little space and time called
But not the whole
competition.
show.
Because you're going to get a check for that if you win.
Yes.
The boy with the red hair, and he ain't getting no check for that.
So anyone that has a natural hair, that's not the plate. Brown Brothers isn't the plate.
Somebody on chat room said that peacock died in vain. I can't take it.
See, look at that.
See, yikes.
Yeah, see.
See,
what
look
I'm
at
saying?
that.
Yikes.
That's why y'all playing. That's Nene.
No, it ain't.
That ain't Nene Leaks.
You better shut up.
Nah,
Oh,
but
my bad. I thought that was Nene that
see,
girl
y'all
look
hating on
that
her
girl
wearing
look
that
like
hair.
Nene Lee.
You
For what? Cut it out.
Nene's post on Twitter saying that the they need to change the people on the red carpet and put some new fresh faces.
She
on
want to be out
Huh?
there.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I appreciated.
Oh,
That's what I
Lord.
appreciated about the
It's on
Oscars
their
last
head.
night. They didn't have them housewife folks. They
No,
weren't
they
promoting
didn't.
that.
Yeah.
They don't promote that foolishness because
They
they look
don't.
like they look
First
at
of all, you
them
gotta
like
have some talent to even
you are
to
a
even
very
get
you are
included.
very disrespectful to our industry.
Absolutely,
They're not
absolutely,
actors.
and you have to have some talent in order for the Oscars to even consider you. And
But
they,
let Nene tell
you
you,
know, they
she
don't.
is Hollywood now.
oh yeah, she
She
owned
is
that. Now
Hollywood.
she
I was
owned
looking
that.
for her on the red carpet last night. Her
She
and
probably
Greg.
was. She probably was there, but she had to come in with the regular people. You didn't get the red carpet entrance. You get one of them coming.
because she's not
the front door
with that,
tickets.
She's not red carpet.
She hasn't arrived
really
yet.
played in any.
She ain't
any
did nothing
good-
on red
Any
carpet.
good movies.
Clearly,
But back to this hairstyle that Herb had up a while ago. Now y'all was on that little girl when Herb put her up with all that different color hair on and everything.
Nene Leakes.
No,
That is not Nene.
the girl with all the color hair a
Rainbow
while
Bright.
ago. And you was talking about, is that Nene Leakes? Yeah, you say that Nene Leakes?
No, he talking about Nene
Uh-huh,
Leakes.
with the long hair.
They front like that. That is
Right
Nene
there.
Leakes. Yes, it is.
like that.
But
But
no,
Boo!
see,
I bet you
I
anything.
was at.
You can't do no
the,
DNA because ain't none of that her hair.
I was at the Walmart on Howell Mill, and it was during the holiday. There was a lady looked like about her age, had various colors of hair. Her hair, her outfit, and her shoes
Match.
were all the same.
Boo! I seen all three of them at the Bonner Brothers show. There was three old ladies, right?
they wear
Three-
this.
Like,
It was three old ladies at the Bonner Brothers show.
me?
Thing.
we
This
talk
the
about
thing.
that
It's just like she
I
saw
mean,
that
I'm
Lil'
just
Kim
saying,
where you
video.
gonna
That's what
go?
Lil' Kim had on in one of her videos.
But video.
First of all,
in
we
real
don't even
life.
know who Lil' Kim is because she no longer exists because she has changed everything about herself.
She had so much work.
Lil' Kim has
exactly.
Lil' Kim is now Asian, so whatever.
and then
Okay.
look at the tattoos of lips.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a lip
The lip-
chain
the lip
right
Oh.
there.
and all the tattoos.
I ain't even know Nene had no lip
That is
tattoos.
not- stop
That is
saying
Nene
that.
Leakes, girl. Cut
That
it
is
Like
out.
Nene
rainbow
gonna come up
bright,
here and
the
whoop
black
you.
rainbow
I ain't
bright.
scared of Nene. Y'all seen how I was little when I was skinny in that picture, baby. I ain't scared to fight nobody. Nene ain't gonna. Nene can see me. She'll be like, she own it. She ain't gonna bother me. But that's Nene right there, honey.
said
No,
Katie
seriously,
Couric.
like all jokes
That's
aside.
Nene Leakes.
That
Why do
is
y'all
not-
keep
that
I
tripping?
think she's.
She talking about is that a man?
It is.
That's a man.
That is a man.
That is Nene
That is a
Leakes.
man.
Hello,
Don't
it's
put that on my
Nene.
sister now.
I'm sorry,
That's
but
a man.
That one is.
Yeah, this is somebody talking about ugly. She ain't got no alibi. That hair is ugly. She's talking. I thought that was the worst old wax lips kids buy. It do look like the wax lips that the kids be buying. I see.
Child, that's
It's a
what you
shame.
call them hair, honey.
But you know, we're going to talk about how to divert attention away from all this foolishness on this show. We're going to talk about this. We're going to get real live after we get over all this, the hoopla and all of the sensational parts of the industry. We're going to get over all this, and we're going to talk about next week on the show. We're going to talk about some hair loss and some common causes of hair loss. And if we keep on with this hair weave, you're going to be like the size of this head of this man, because this is a man. And I did see her because she was right across the street, right across from the booth that I was at Barry Fletcher's booth at the show.
Oh, that's
And she
what you
done
call
glued-
him.
You know him
Yeah, that's the one that work at Neiman's.
with the hair like that, because the hair is glued strand by strand to the
He
side
work
of her
at
head.
Neiman's.
Well, I hope he don't work at Neiman's looking like that.
No, he don't have the makeup on.
But he got the hair like that.
Uh-huh. He just did that for the hair show. His hair not like that. I call him Strange.
Well, Strong J need to stop trying to, make this an everyday look, because some girls, everyday regular girls, came in looking like this because they, for some reason, think that this is acceptable.
That's what Nicki Minaj
And it's not
walk around
acceptable
look
because
like.
there's
Listen,
no place for you to go. Where are you going to go? Where are you going
that's
to
the same
frequent
thing
with
y'all
this look?
say about Derrick J and Lawrence with them heels and purses dressed
Where's
as
he going?
men. The same place these other men that see them when you see them out. They going to Lenox Mall. They going to school.
And that's why straight men do not go to Lenox Mall anymore. All my
right.
straight friends are like, we don't go to Lenox Mall.
Straight men don't go to Lenox Mall no more because there's no such thing as a straight man. And speaking of,
See what I'm saying?
I
You
just
see what I'm
want to say,
saying? See what I'm saying?
did you see how last week we were talking about all this stuff going on at Morehouse with the gayness and all this and then blah blah blah? Now all of a sudden Barack Obama gonna do the commencement address at Morehouse.
At Morehouse?
Yeah.
See, because y'all be trying to do too much.
This is too
Who?
much.
Be
That's
trying
too
to do
much.
too much.
See,
That's too much.
that is not too much.
That is beyond.
too
What
much.
is too much?
That's
about
that's the equivalent of Lil' Kim turning Chinese.
No, if
Yeah.
not more. If
See,
not
y'all.
more.
See, that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all are.
That's the
Too
equivalent of
much.
Lil' Kim. Because
Black
see, I'm not
people,
even gonna
no, I
participate in
can't
this.
take it.
Yeah, we don't participate in this buffoonery.
I can't.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all gonna get
This
left
makes me
behind.
angry. It makes me angry.
Y'all gonna get left behind. Y'all better
I'll
keep
be
up with
left
the times.
behind. We'll
Already
be.
left.
I'm different.
This is
Yeah,
just
I'm
like-
different.
I'm telling y'all what this is like.
That'll be me.
Y'all trying to
I'm
fight all
different.
this.
Being left.
Thank you.
Y'all fight all this newness.
It's
Y'all,
cool.
and sooner or
Joyce,
later,
guess
y'all
what?
gonna have to get on
They
board.
gonna come back for you.
No, no, no.
They run their course so fast.
That's what y'all thought
That's
about
old
rap.
Lil'
That's
Kim,
what y'all
and this
thought
is
about
Lil'
rap.
Kim's new alter ego because Lil' Kim died, and they don't want nobody to know that she was dead. So they created this image of a person because she didn't want all the drama, and she wanted to be buried next to Biggie.
Okay.
She wanted to be buried next to Biggie, and she's dead. And so this is somebody that they
That's
put
what
on
y'all
in her
thought
place.
about rap music. Y'all thought rap music was just here for a little while and it was going to
Oh, no,
all
we
turn
always
back
knew
to
rap was
R&B.
gonna be.
But that's what I'm telling
You
y'all.
know, but
How we not
R&B is
going
back.
nowhere. How we not
R&B
gonna
and real hair are back. Okay,
Nobody's going to
and
real
I
hair.
read an article on CNN that breasts and booties were out of style and faces were in for
But I'm telling you
2013,
right now,
and I'm happy
I was
about
at
that.
Grady Hospital this weekend, and there was a lady that had a baby, and the baby wasn't but 2 days old, and she already had hair weave.
And some finger waves. I seen that baby with some finger waves. Yeah, we are R&B music and real hair and is back in style for 2013, and we are. It's a
Keith
movement.
Sweat better go
and
lay
we
down.
are gonna. Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat is still as relevant, and Guy is on tour with
Sweat.
Teddy Riley.
And
How
ain't
about that?
nobody heard about it.
R&B is back, baby. R&B and real hair is back.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you say
And-
Guy is on tour,
Yes.
who cares about Guy going to Marietta, Stone Mountain, College Park, Riverdale,
'Cause we
Georgia,
start small.
and Fayetteville?
We gonna start this movement small, okay? And eventually, when we ain't gonna be able to tell between a man and a woman, cause all that hair gonna be the same length. Everybody gonna be with the
skinny
bald
jeans.
head.
Skinny jeans.
Oh, just got a text. Guys performing at Clay County
Oh
tonight.
Lord, this is a shame. Look at that.
There go the baby. There go the
lace front.
Oh, look at that baby. She's so pretty.
Somebody find out who the parents are because I'm
baby's
sending
so
a detective
pretty,
and the
man.
police department over there to
The
arrest
defects.
them
Go
parents.
to defects.
That's Lil Wayne, little
Do not
girl.
pass go.
Do not-
$200.
You just showed
Straight to
out and
jail.
y'all need to go to jail. Whoever
That's
that
Lil
is.
Wayne
That's child
and
abuse.
Laura
That is a
London.
Photoshop.
That's
parody, right?
no, that's child abuse. That's what that
Lil
is.
Wayne and Laura
That's-
London daughter.
And look,
That's
they
a-
putting it in there on that.
Look how tight them edges are. The baby hair gonna be like Susan Taylor's by the time she go to kindergarten. She gonna have a Susan Taylor hairline
And
in the
Serena.
kindergarten.
Serena don't have
Yes, exactly.
Ladies,
Serena
we gonna
has
talk
gone
about it
right
on
here.
this show. We gonna talk about all these things that
God.
next week we gonna talk about what not to do,
Yeah, I haven't seen
It's
that.
too
what
late.
not to wear, and what not to do.
And the model. What's the model's name? Hair just gone.
Alex Weck. What's her name?
Well, Alex Wagner got
Alex
her
ain't
little
never
short
had
teeny
no
weeny
hair.
afro anyway, so
She still bald.
she got her
Older
native
model.
bald head.
The older
Naomi
model.
Campbell.
Naomi. Oh, yeah,
No,
Naomi.
that just gone.
Naomi don't care.
Oh,
but she
that
done
ain't-
threw
that's
enough
from worry.
phones and stuff. Yeah, that's that stress and anger. Anger management got her hairline gone.
Wait, and then she on the new show Face. Is it Face or Face?
No, face.
Somebody
Baby,
in the
she
chat
on there
room said
showing
she want to be playing in the sandbox. She don't want to be wearing no hair weave. That baby want to go outside and play. That baby don't want your lace front on their head, okay? Lace fronts are the devil. Hair weave is the devil. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that on this show, Trade Secrets Release a Pope. We're going to talk about the what not to do. And all my sisters that are addicted to weave, and because it is an addictive thing, just like crack cocaine, it is addictive. And I do understand. And we're going to have some rehab for all of our people that, you know, that really cannot break the cycle of abuse to the hair follicle. So we are going to start, you know, find me on Facebook. My name is Lisa Pope on Facebook. Oops, Lisa Pope LLC is my Facebook page. If you are interested and you know someone that needs rehab, that we will be, you know, employing people into this rehab. The clinical
Y'all
study.
don't know real hair like Lisa Pope know real hair.
Boo boo, boo boo. All of the clinical studies have been completed, We have definite things available, and it is going to take more than 21 days. It's a longer program than that, so the 21-day program is not going to work. But we are going to save some sisters, and we're going to save some hair follicles.
Girl, I see it already.
Hallelujah.
I see it already. I see girls coming to you saying,
yes.
"Hi, Lisa Pope.
Lisa
my
Pope
name is
saved my
Sharon,
life.
and I'm
Lisa
a weave
Pope,
alcoholic."
Look at this.
I'm a weave-aholic.
Now, see, if you coming to me and you are like that, we just gonna have to send you into another type of situation where we kind of convince you that there's no,
excessive treatment.
Yeah, well, there's no aggressive treatment for this. Once you get here, it's done. It's a wrap. We're trying to keep you women never, ever, ever.
I met this lady.
Unless they do what they do at the hair replacement for men and take some follicles from the back of your head and place them in the front. But what women need to understand is that hair around your hairline, around the perimeter of your head is very delicate. You know, it's obvious that hair is exactly. And if you abuse that hair, it is going to be the first thing gone. And Lord, I mean.
But I met her for real.
Attitude. Now, she owned that.
I saw her at a Falcon game.
That's Naomi Campbell.
Ooh,
that ain't Naomi Campbell.
Shut your mouth. That's Naomi.
That's not Naomi. I met this woman at a Falcon game.
This hair is very no bueno.
Yeah.
No bueno. No bueno. No bueno.
I met her at a Falcons game for real though, and she said, "I said, ma'am, you done tore up your head." She said, "Well, baby, let me just tell you like this.
Babe,
ain't no man never wanted me for my hair."
Clearly, that's why she got them legs tight, honey, because that hair is gone. You got to shift your attention to something else. It's sad, and unfortunately, she got some hairdressers in her family. You know, Naomi got caught in the industry, and you know, the Caucasian people didn't really know how to do that tight curl on African American hair, and so it turned into a fiasco. But you know, we bringing real hair back. We bringing real R&B. My homegirl Shanti Dawes is doing the new season of ATL Live, where we do real R&B, and we have a nice time. You know, grown people come out with grown outfits on. What? You know, no hair weave that's purple and green, and no tights in the place of leggings. We dress really well. We come out. We have a good time. You eat, enjoy some R&B, and we wear our real hair.
Trying to hang out with Joseph Lowry.
Joseph Lowry, he might hang out there. I would say he don't hang out there, but he might. But you know, it's a movement, and this is what we doing, y'all. It's a movement. We bringing real hair back. We are bringing real outfits for grown people back, and so you know, this has been another installment of Trade Secrets of Lisa Pope. So next week, we starting to talk about some real hair, and how if you don't have any real hair, we're going to get some real hair back on our heads.
Well, ain't nobody on TV got real hair.
Yeah, but we're going to find some folks, and I'm going to introduce some things. I'm coming with it next week. So next week, y'all, you know, come back at 3 o'clock. Every Monday at 3 o'clock, we are live here in the studio. Thanks my girl Simone and my other FM Digital Live family for being here today. And I will absolutely.
To be done.
Yeah, it's a movement. It's an absolute movement.
They're coming out.
So y'all go on my page. I'm gonna put the clips up from the Bonner Brothers show. Some great interviews that I did at the Bonner Brothers show are gonna be on my Facebook page, also on the YouTube site that this show is gonna be airing. And I'll see y'all next week. All right, Trade Secrets with Lisa Pope.
In here trying to get her hair together.
Bye, Sophia. See y'all next week, 3 o'clock.
Tonight.